two 57s from 2001. This is an actual Delta flight that they flew with their MD-88s. That's the cool thing about Flight Simulator, folks. We get to revive it, take it out of retirement, and fly it. And we've got a flight today. We're going from Orlando up to LaGuardia, as you can see here. And I wanted to take you through SimBrief. Well, a lot of people have asked, hey, how do you use SimBrief? What do you do? So let's take a look at the top portion of this. And I'm going to try to keep this video to about 30 minutes or so. I can spend 30 minutes just on this. But let's take a look at the weather at LaGuardia right now. If you could see it, but we're looking at time of arrival-ish. Right in this section, 150 at 10, greater than 6, broken at 25. Right now the winds are calm. They're actually 050 at 6. So we'll hopefully be landing 3-1 when we get there. That's kind of the goal. And the weather looks pretty darn good, at least in the TAF report. So there's no major things to worry about there. And then look at the NOTAMs. So let's go over here and we'll take a look at, we've got Dallas. We've got Delta Airlines. We're going to be flying their MD-88 today. We're going to be in ship number 917. We're going to be about 20-minute taxi out, 8-minute taxi in. It's about 2 hour, 35 minute on the blocks. And we got about 144 booked with the freight, none. We have 25 minutes, 45 minutes, and we're looking at the rest is good to go. Again, no MEL fuel. We're going to put an extra 900 pounds just for, now what's so cool about this NavGraph integration, I'm going to click weather radar here. And you can see we've got some junk over here that's going to be kind of flying over the top. I don't know what the ceilings are, what the tops of these are. So one thing you could do is take a look at your convective cloud tops. And you can see the nasty stuff's up high, so that's good. And then we'll take a look at cloud tops. Here's your turbulence, and we're looking at your time now is around 14 to 1500, right around here, and the altitude's at 340. We're gonna be cruising at this altitude about 330 here, so you could see, it's gonna be bumpy through the whole route of flight. We're expecting turbulence and a higher elevation. I think this is probably going to be a higher pressure in here. We'll see. Yeah, there's that high pressure. I knew we had high pressure. You could see it, just that jet stream just coming in that clockwise rotation. Just nice high pressure. We're having a little bit of a stationary front here. We're going to be out of that. Maybe on the descent here through Jersey. We'll be good to go about right in this range. We'll be starting our descent down into LaGuardia. You got a low pressure system here. Let's see what that's going to do to us. Yeah, you can see this high pressure moving out. You've got this warm front and it goes stationary on the back end, and then you've got this cold front coming down from the north, it looks like. Yeah, it's just going to kind of camp away and go occluded right over Long Island there, but that's we're looking at tomorrow. So our 6-hour forecast is good. I like to just get that's a really good snapshot. There's your SIGMETs. We talked about that before. Your AirMets are here. And your turbulence high elevation, that's what we saw. You can see what these pilots are reporting. This is really good. The turbulence negative on the climb, which is nice. We've got MCO to LaGuardia, and this is in a Delta format, by the way. We are domestic. We just take a look at the top here, make sure we're good to go. We're scheduled 1505. IFR, obviously ship 917. This is our PBN. This is going to be for ATC. Elevation's 96, 21 feet there in LaGuardia. I like to circle these things. We're going to go up to 330, top of climb winds of 270 at 75 with an ISA at +8. Again, ETE is 2 hours and 12 minutes. We're looking at 883 nautical miles total. Looks like a true airspeed of 454. We've got 144 passengers. We'll check that. Cargo total is going to be 46.8. That's with our bags. Zero fuel 8, 118.2. Block fuel 24.4. Min fuel for takeoff 22.7. Those are big. Ramp fuel or ramp weight. It's going to be 142.6. Takeoff gross 141.8 with the fuel burn. It's going to be right into this area. There it is. The good old MD-80. We'd come over here. We'd get our briefing right here. We'd get our paperwork from the ops agent. We get our dispatch, all of that stuff that we need, or release, and they would open the door for us, and we'd walk down here on the stairway. If there was another crew, we'd probably talk to the crew and say, you know, how it went, you know, see any issues or any problems like that. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. You'd say hi to the flight attendants, give them a briefing. It's a good time to brief the flight attendants right now on what to expect with weather and all that good stuff, and just that kind of thing. We'd come in here and we'd take a look at our nest and make sure it's good to go. Go ahead and throw this down, silence the bell. You've got master wash and master caution and master warning, and then you got 6 loop lights on. That's what you'd want to see. So that's a good fire test straight across. Go ahead and do that and release that. We're going to go ahead and pull that as well. Arrivals and departures. Click departures. We're going to go 17 right. Always do that first, and we're going to do with our sim brief for our release. We take a look at the release and go, okay, what's our actual routing here? It's Faith 3, the VIAP. So we're going to go Faith 3 here to VIAP transition there. Okay, and then our arrival is going to be Proud 2, LaGuardia. So you want to go back to this page, the arrivals departures, over to the arrivals page, and then we're going to go the Proud 2 arrival with the Hertz transition. It tells you that on your OFP. Now, runway right now, we're probably going to want to use 3-1. So we're going to anticipate the 3-1 runway, and I'm just going to leave it blank for now because that might change. All right, so as we get the fuel going, remember I said that takeoff weight was 13.9, or the takeoff CG. Let's go back into our EFB. I'll flip this over here. We're going to go to performance data. Airport, Kilo MCO. It is dry. The winds, we already looked at that. Now again, some airlines are different. Some airlines might default to a certain temperature or a certain degree. Cell temp 50, and then 145, 149 over 158 with a V flap 163, a slat 199, and a maneuvering speed of 244. So once we hit about 200 knots, we can raise the slats. Time check. This is a good idea just to check your timings. Make sure that we're good to go. 16:26. And then you would take a look at your nose tires, make sure your nose gear is good to go, the lights are good, your radom's good. You got 3 pitot tubes on the front end of the aircraft. That looks good as well. And you'll come down here, you'll check your splash guards on. Tap probe and your alpha vane looks good on that side. Same with the strake. The strake is good. There's no damage or anything like that. Look under the aircraft. Make sure that there's your drain masks are good. Doors are closed. We'll go ahead and close these doors, I'm sure, when they come in. Your static ports are good. There's no tape on them or anything like that. As we come over here, your bags are now full. They just basically filled us up there. Looks good from here. No birds are sitting in there. No damage. The cow looks like it's on. You would take a look on the ground, make sure there's no oil, that kind of stuff. As we come around here, I'll take a look at our exhaust. Good clamshell doors on those reversers. Make sure they're good to go, that they are lined up. Looks good. Same here. The elevators looking good. No problems there. We don't have the APU on yet, so it's nice and quiet out here. If you had the APU on, it would be absolutely terrible right now. Aileron is good to go here. This is very interesting about this airplane. They have it's kind of like a anti-servo tab, but when you actually move the aileron, it's not actually controlled with hydraulics. These are actually controlled by the actual airflow. So when you turn left per se, let's look. See the tab dropping if I turn the yoke left? So when that turns left, that actually pushes the aileron up. So weird. And McDonnell Douglas did that for, you know, save weight. Come through here. Watch our head. Here we go. Folks, welcome aboard Flight 257 nonstop over to New York, LaGuardia. Right now the weather in LaGuardia is 37 degrees, got some broken clouds, winds are pretty light. I should have you on the ground here in about 10 minutes once we're airborne. It looks like 2 hours and 12 minutes. We might have a little bit bumpy during the climb and the cruise portion. We'll kind of keep you posted as we go along here. Thanks for watching the FSBN channel. Make sure you do subscribe to us and smash that like button. Also, we would like to hear in the comments below on what you'd like to see in the future. Thanks, sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. Okay, I've got the window open here for a reason, because it just sounds so nice. So you can hear when we start this aircraft, we're going to start with the number 1 engine first. Normally we'd like to start number 2 is because it goes with the you know, it cools the passengers quicker. So we're gonna start 2. This is Orlando, right? So we've got to get the AC of the aircraft started as quick as we possibly can. Let's go ahead and fire number 2. This is a very interesting thing about the MD-80. What you'll want to do is you come up over here, hit it to the A side first. Then we're gonna go ahead and flip this. You're gonna see nothing because we have to shove in some air. So we're going to go through APU air on. You can see now we've got duct pressure and we have a right start valve open. Looking good. Okay, what we'll end up doing here is we're gonna taxi down Gulf here. Now, or we might go down Hotel. It depends on which way they're running. I don't see anybody on that side. This place would be booming right now. This is Orlando. Nice. There was a problem, just didn't know where it was. Okay, before takeoff config is checked. Ignition selector is set to alpha on this leg. Altimeter set, ABS and spoilers, we're going to check those right now. And then I'm going to hold the brakes, bring it up, drop it back. Looks good. There is no alarms or anything like that, so you know you're at a good. We got an aircraft on final. Looks like they are pretty far out there, so we're good to go. Nice and slow on the acceleration. Okay, so it's just a little bit up right there. Hold that. Hold. You can see how the airplane wants to weather vane. Hard into the wind. There we go. Gear up. Bring it up 20 degrees here. There we go. It got sideways on me because of the I was looking away. Alright, let's go ahead and select. And we're going to speed up. Alright folks, so let's take a look at this. This is what I wanted to do before, and we just kind of ran out of time, but you could see we're just passing, we're headed to Femon, then we got Viap, and really nothing changes until we get to about, it drops down about 66, but still not a big change from where we were at 70, until we get to about Ridden. So let's go next page here, and you can see we're going to click route data, and then we're going to go to next page, and we're going to go to Ridden. See that Ridden right there? So Ridden says 270 at 74. That's very close. We'll keep that. Gears is 270 at 71. We're going to keep that. Then we got Prince. So let's go ahead next page over. We got Prince right there, and that's 280 at 103. 280 slant 103. It's probably going to be right where we do have 95 at gears, so let's go back to gears, and I do want to change that. Gears 270 at, oh excuse me, it was 280, oops, 280 at 95. So that's at gears, so you can see that's going to be where we, Virginia area, and then everything else is good to go. So we're going to do some burn checks this week as we just climb. We just topped off at 33,000. We're kind of in these clouds a little bit.
Okay, folks, welcome. We've reached cruise altitude of 33,000 feet. Seatbelts are coming off. The ride, it might be a little bit bumpy as we get north, closer to the northeast Virginia area. We might have to sit you down a little early, but right now we got a smooth ride, so the seatbelt's coming off. If you remain seated, please keep the seatbelts on just in case we hit any unexpected rough air. I show LaGuardia about an hour and 40 minutes from now. Weather's pretty good, clear skies, light winds. Should have you on time. Thanks for watching the FSBN channel. Sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of the ride.
And this is a really fun approach, folks. If you've never seen the LaGuardia old school 3-1 visual approach, you're in for a real treat. This is a fun one. So we're going to try to type in dials, D-I-A-L-S. So we're going to do D-I-A-L-S. We're going to plug in dials right there. And let's see if it takes it. We're just going to put it over the top. It does. So we're going to do dials, execute, and then we'll have vectors. Okay, so we have all that done. So dials is really important. Remember, you can, if you want to do this old school like I'm doing it, definitely do that. Okay, This is coming off. The engine sync is off when we've got hydraulic power on. There we go. I don't want her to climb, so I'm going to take over. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because the airplane is doing stupid stuff right now. So I'm going to take over. I got the auto throttles as well. Okay, so dials out the window. We're going to come down to speed. Stupid FMS override. Here we go. There's dials, 2,500. Okay, it's not going to work. So I've got the altitude. We're going to go 0. All right, consider flap 15. We're going to come down, throw the gear down. All right, dials is where I really looking for here. Flaps 15. All right, now as we come through, I want you to pick up the expressway. So there's the twin tanks, right? So we're gonna keep going. I got the expressway in sight, straight ahead. We're doing 180 on the speed, which is good. We're doing good. When we got to lose some altitude, we got to get down to 1,500 feet. So I'm gonna use a lot of trim and shut the flight director off, please. On both sides. Thank you. I'm just going to roll the aircraft in. Speed's coming up just a little bit. Flap coming in. Okay, speed's good. Do not want to climb. Okay, let's go flaps 40 and then the landing checklist, please. Flaps 40, good. Landing checklist. Gear down, ignition. On alpha. I gotta push the nose over. There we go. Now let's take a look out the window. You see Shea Stadium? It's not Shea, it's but we're doing good. We got to lose a lot of altitude. And I'm going to go ahead and arm this. There we go. All right, landing checklist is complete. Armed, ABS, we're good to go. Pressurization, hydraulics, no spoilers, and flaps and slats. Okay. Let's take a peek. And you see how we're descending? We're 1,200 feet here. Yeah. Looking good on speed. Altitude is looking good. We're going to start cranking over when we get to the stadium. There's 1,000, so I just don't want to descend that quick yet. Okay, speed's coming in a little bit. Hold it. About 600 feet. And now I want you to start rolling. You see the stadium right there? There we go. Just don't keep it about 500 feet a minute. Take a look. See what we got. It's looking good. Looking good on speed. Looking good on altitude. Roll that thing in there. There's about 30 degrees. Got to take a peek out the window. See how you're doing. Let's roll it out. Got it. Check. Just a little on the high side, so we're going to push it over. There you go. There's the stadium right there. 400 feet, and we can start that roll. Just kind of cut it in a little on the cut. Good on speed. Here we go. Beautiful on altitude. Coming in real nice. Speed's perfect. Altitude's good. Keep on trucking, airplane. Keep on trucking. There's the rollout. That's just a normal landing now.
50, 40, 30, 20.
You want to plant it on the ground here at LaGuardia? You don't want to mess around? Okay, get the nose gear down. Reverser's coming out.
I think you can do better than that.
Are you kidding me? What is he talking about? I got the brakes. Here we're all going down to the C gates here, which is the next Terminal C. That's all Delta gates coming up. What we're going to do is we're going to shut down number 1 here. We've got the APU fired up, so we're going to go ahead and shut down number 1. Yeah, see, it's not even the right spot. GSX needs a profile, that's why. Alright, that's on. Coming down, engines off. There's the shut off. Pumps coming off. 1, 2, 3. Anti-collision light is off. That is it. We're going to throw the bleed air on here. We'll get some air operating into the aircraft. That's coming off. Alright, let's get the gate in here. Good stuff.